of linear equations. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little concerned that some of you haven't done some of your other work yet. Please, by now, I should have received a day 1 practice problem set from you and a day 2 graphing practice sheet from you. You can simply take pictures of it and send it in to me on your phone is fine. Email it to me. That works great. But please, please be working on some of those things and start submitting them. I'm worried about you guys. For day 3, we're going to do a quick little warm up here on number 1, solve the equations. I'm guessing these are going to be some special types, so let's see what happens. What I want you to do is pretty please pause the video and do these problems on your own real quick in your day 3 packet. And then, of course, turn the video back on to play to make sure you did it correctly. So on number 1, we have some distributing to do on the left side. We're going to distribute that 2 through. So we're going to end up with 4x plus 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down the plus 8. And on the other side, we already have the 4x plus 14 over there. If you need to, go ahead and draw your lines down the middle to kind of help separate the two sides. Combine like terms. We have 6 plus 8 on the left that we can combine. So 4x plus 6 plus 8 is 14 equals 4x plus 14. If you're looking at this, hopefully you're realizing that both sides are equal. If both sides are exactly the same, meaning I have 4x plus 14 on one side and 4x plus 14 on the other side, the answer to this is not one solution. It's true for all values. This is true for all values because no matter what we plug in for x, multiply by 4, add 14, it's going to be the same exact thing on the other side. So this right here is technically your answer, true for all values. For part B, pause it if you haven't completed it yet. Please, you guys, I really want you to try some of these on your own. On this one, we're going to distribute the 6 through. So we have 12x plus 6 times 5 is 30. Does that equal, or what's it look like on the other side there when you have 4x plus 8x minus 7? So here's our line down the middle. I can't do anything with this 12x plus 30. It's already simplified. So 12x plus 30 equals over here. You can totally combine the 4x plus 8x because they both have an x. And you have 12x minus 7. Now I'm looking at those and both sides are not equal. As far as I'm focusing in on that 12x there. So like if I were going to take 12x away from this side and combine it over here on this side, what technically happens is the 12x cancels there, the 12x canceled there. So I'm left with 30 equals negative 7 over on that other side. That is 100% false. So the answer to this one, you can either write no solution or true for no values, because there's nothing that's ever going to work in this equation if I plug it in for x, multiply by 12 on one side, add 30, but yet on the other side, multiply by 12 and subtract 7. There's no way you're going to get those two sides to be equal. Number 2, is the ordered pair negative 3, 6 a solution to the system? So on this one, make sure, again, we're going to plug in negative 3 for x, and we're going to plug in 6 for y. I want everybody to write that down so you don't forget that you're plugging those two values in. At this time, please pause the video after I explain what's going on so you know how to do this one correctly and practice it. Remember, if it's truly a solution, it's going to make both of these equations true when you plug in the values. So I just like to rewrite the two different equations, and then I'm going to plug in my values. So go ahead and pause the video and do so at this time. So we're going to take 2 times negative 3 because we're going to plug in negative 3 for x, plus 3, but instead of y, we're going to plug in 6. And we're going to see, does that equal 12? 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 3 times 6 is 18 there. Negative 6 plus 18 on this side is positive 12. All right, 12 equals 12, so that side works. Now it has to be able to work in the other equation as well, or it is not a solution to that system. So we have 10 times negative 3 plus 3 times 6, and we're going to see if that equals negative 12. So that's a big question. 10 times negative 3 is negative 30. plus 3 times 6 is 18. Does that equal negative 12? Yes, negative 30 plus 18 is negative 12. Negative 12 equals negative 12. Since both equations turned out to be true, the answer is yes. If you were to graph those two equations, they would intersect at the point negative 3, 6. So it is a solution. Okay, I'm going to stop there for this video, upload it, and you guys go ahead and make sure that that is complete. Then we'll move on into the day 3 notes.